The first time Marcus saw her in the university cafeteria, she was sitting alone at a corner table, methodically eating her salad while reading a textbook. Her silver hair fell like a curtain around her face, and her pale blue eyes never once looked up from the pages. Students whispered about her, the beautiful girl who never smiled, never spoke unless spoken to, and somehow made everyone feel like they were intruding just by existing in the same room. They called her the Ice Princess behind her back. Marcus had never been one to back down from a challenge. "Mind if I sit?" he asked, already pulling out the chair across from her. She looked up with the expression of someone interrupted from something important. Her gaze was perfectly neutral, neither welcoming nor hostile, just empty. "The cafeteria has many empty tables." "Yeah, but this one has you." For exactly 3 seconds, something flickered in her eyes, surprise, maybe confusion, before the mask slipped back into place. She returned to her book without another word. The next day, Marcus sat at her table again. And the next. And the next. For 2 weeks, she said nothing. She'd arrive at 12:15 sharp, order the same grilled chicken salad and read while eating with mechanical precision. Marcus would chatter about his classes, the weather, random thoughts that popped into his head. She never responded, never even acknowledged he was there. His friends thought he was crazy. "Dude, she's like a robot," Jake said during their study group. "Beautiful, but ice cold. You're wasting your time." "Maybe she's just shy," Marcus replied, though he'd started to doubt himself. 2 weeks of one-sided conversations were taking their toll, but something made him keep trying. Maybe it was the way her fingers would pause on her book pages when he talked about his little sister, or how she'd almost smile when he made particularly bad jokes, almost. The breakthrough came during the 3rd week, when Marcus arrived to find her table empty. He waited 15 minutes before asking around. Nobody had seen her. He found her in the library's medical section, head down on an open textbook, shoulders shaking almost imperceptibly. "Hey," he said softly, sliding into the chair beside her. "You okay?" She lifted her head, and for the first time her mask had completely cracked. Her eyes were red-rimmed, her cheeks flushed. She looked vulnerable and human and heartbreakingly beautiful. "My grandmother is in the hospital," she whispered, the words seeming to tear themselves from her throat. "Stage 4, the doctors say there's nothing they can do." Marcus didn't think. He just reached over and covered her hand with his. Her skin was ice cold, but she didn't pull away. "I'm sorry," he said. "That's terrifying." She stared at their joined hands like she'd never seen anything so strange. "Why are you here, Marcus? I've been nothing but cold to you for weeks. I don't know how to be warm. I've forgotten how." "You haven't forgotten," Marcus said gently. "You're just scared. And that's okay. You don't have to be anything other than who you are." "Who I am is broken," she said, her voice barely audible. "Who you are," Marcus said, squeezing her hand, "is someone worth knowing. Someone worth sitting with in silence if that's what you need. Someone worth waiting for." For the first time in 3 weeks, she looked directly into his eyes, really looked, and slowly, like ice melting in spring, something warm flickered to life in her gaze. "I don't understand why you keep trying," she admitted. Marcus smiled. "Because sometimes the most beautiful things are hidden behind walls, and sometimes, if you're patient enough, those walls come down on their own." She was quiet for a long moment. Then, so softly he almost missed it, "My name is Elena." "It's nice to finally meet you, Eleanor." And for the first time since he'd known her, Eleanor smiled. Small, fragile, but real. Would you like to visit my grandmother with me tomorrow? I think she'd like to meet the boy who's been making me almost smile at lunch." Marcus grinned. "I'd be honored." Later, Eleanor would tell him that she'd built walls, not because she was cruel, but because everyone she'd ever loved had left. Her parents through divorce, her friends through misunderstandings, her confidence through years of feeling like she was too much or not enough. She'd learned that being alone hurt less than being abandoned, but Marcus had taught her something crucial. Sometimes the right person doesn't try to tear down your walls. They just wait patiently outside until you're ready to open the door yourself. And sometimes, if you're brave enough to keep knocking, even the coldest hearts remember how to thaw.